Howdy everybody, it's Amy here from Amy's Sparkly Diamond Painting and Cross Stitch. How are you doing today? We have more rainy weather around us, not as bad as before, but it's been kind of dreary out here today. But I have a combo product review package and haul from GBFKE. So it's been a little while since I did a video for GBFKE, and this time when I picked out a couple things, I also picked out some other things that are here off camera that I had them packaged together. So we're going to do the product review items first, and then I have another 13 diamond paintings and another 6 or so cross stitches that were part of this haul. I've already shown a couple things from this haul. I showed a very large cross stitch, the one with the hot air balloon scene. That was part of this, and then I showed a couple of minis from them, the birds and the winter animals. I thought they were Temu, but they were actually from this GBFKE haul. So I've already done a couple things, but although 13 diamond paintings sounds like a lot, 12 of them are part of a set. So it may not take quite as long as you would think, and you'll kind of get the idea after just a couple, so it'll go a little bit faster. And same with the cross stitch, it's actually a set. So we're gonna jump right in here. We're gonna start with the product reviews, but obviously I don't have the package because there were things in there that I wanted to get to. So the big cross stitch was shipped separately. I got that actually first, and then the other items came after that. But we're gonna jump right in here. So GBFKE obviously is somebody that, or a company that I order from, as well as do a couple product reviews for. And I do like their diamond paintings. I love their cross stitch. They have the newer cross stitch brands in there, the Fairy, the Shall Buy, all the really good fancy ones, as well as the budget friendlies. So we're going to take a look here first at a diamond painting and a cross stitch that were part of my product review, and then we'll jump into the rest of the stuff that I bought. So I've noticed that just about everything from all the different companies takes about a month to get in. They seem to make it to California and then get stuck for a week to 2 weeks, and I think there are some customs delays here in the US side. So it's not the Chinese companies, it's the stuff once it reaches the US. Just about every package I'm getting in has orange tape across it like it's been opened. So a little more inspecting going on, taking a little more time at customs. But we're gonna jump right in here and start with the diamond painting. So I'll move that off to the side. So this time I picked one kind of larger diamond painting with AB drills because it had been a little while, and I thought this one was really pretty. It came packaged just fine. There is a slight bend here, but no folds or anything like that, and they've been using the kind of material that flattens out pretty easily. I'll try not to talk over the packaging there, but they have this material now. It's kind of plasticky, but it flattens a little bit better. So we'll take a look at what we have here. Like I said, a little bit bigger, and a AB drill kit. Probably hard to tell from that, because although I see all the different colors here, it does look a little fuzzy on the camera. So you're probably wondering, what in the world is that? Here's a thumbnail. We'll have to work on this one to see how it's going to come out there. So this one is called Peacock Lady. It is a 40 by 40, and let's see here. I've got my cactus soup. There we go. Cactus tape measure here. Thanks to Carolyn. It is about 39 3/4, so just about 40 by 40 there for the canvas size, or for the diamond painting area, which is good. And we have 30 colors, not too bad. It does kind of look a little fuzzy here, but I do see that these are all different symbols. We'll try to look a little bit closer here. It's a bit cloudy today, so everything is looking a little bit darker. But even though these are hard to see the outlines here, these are the peacock feathers, but I can see there are several symbols there. They're similar colors on here, but they are different. So hopefully these different peacock feathers will come out, but I might do some of that and show you. We've got a big old moon here, And then we have the lady and her dress and what looks like maybe a couple butterflies. See that right there? That does indeed look like a butterfly. And I believe it's a round kit. Let me double check here. Yes, it is. It is a round, so it won't take me too long to do a section of this and show you, hopefully. But the drills come already packaged up in baggies, and I do see the ABs in here. Because anytime you're doing anything with peacock feathers, you definitely want some ABs to help those feathers shine. So let's take a look at the drills here. If I can figure out how to open it. There it is. There is the opening. And I do like these bigger bags. I think I've mentioned that a few times before. The plastic is a little different, but they're a little bit easier for us to bag up again and put away. If we are content creators, it's much easier. So here's one of the ABs. A lot of that bright purple color. And a very bright yellow. That's real pretty. Then a light turquoise. And a pink. Another pink here. So these are the colors of ABs. That'll look really nice. It looks like the moon and probably the centers of the peacock feathers, which is where you would want the ABs to show up. Other colors here, we got this really dark blue. That's why I think the canvas here looks kind of deceptive on how it's actually going to come out, because you don't see a whole lot of this color. There is some around the edges here. And here's another dark one. Here's another blue here, kind of a dark turquoise. Several different shades of blues and blue grays here. There's a couple more. The gray, and then some lighter. Oops, got a couple stuck there. Some lighter turquoise. And then some greens here. Another yellow. I showed the gray. And then some various, another gray, some pinks and maroonish type colors. There's a couple peaches in here. And some very pale brown to tan colors. So I think the moon is definitely going to sparkle much more than it might appear on the canvas, since we have the ABs and this other really light yellow. Let's see, 17 is the slash, and yes indeed, the moon is going to be full of these bright colors. As far as this AB here, let's see if we can see. This is a straight line across. This is probably going to be kind of hard to find them all. But, yes, they are up in this area here. So those are kind of the start of the feathers as they branch out this way. So we're going to have to give this one a try for you, because it is, the canvas makes it look a little muddled, but I think it's actually going to come out. I usually have really good luck with GBFKE. Their stick is always good. Their canvases lay flat really quickly. As you can see, this one's already pretty flat. Let's check the stick here. Ooh, there we go. The cover paper is down quite a bit. Yep, stick is good, but now that the cover's off, I can hopefully see how shiny that glue is. I can hopefully show you some of the canvas close up a little bit better so you can see that. And looking at the symbols, we have a few capital letters and lowercase letters, but they are, for the most part, all different symbols. But the key is really large. So there we see 40 by 40, but a nice large key there that should be easy for even my eyes to see. So lay this down carefully. I didn't get so careful there at the end, but I'm going to work on this today. So I'm going to probably go ahead and get this video out though, and then work on this evening and maybe do a little follow-up on it so that it doesn't delay the video by any longer, because I've been delaying this one too long. So I won't put this completely away because that's going to be my project for the afternoon. Sorry about that. So our tool kit is actually one that you usually get with squares. You have the little tray, a few baggies here. I do keep the baggies in a drawer over here. I always have baggies that I need. A couple pads of wax, a large multi-placer, some tweezers. Oop, felt something there. Oh, that's the holder for the tweezers. And then basic pen, but they put the squishy on already for you, so you don't have to fight with that. And then a smaller multi-placer here, a 3 or 4. So that's usually one of the better tool kits. I wonder if they provide those with AB drill rounds as well. So we'll check this out, but I think it's going to be fine, just looking at the colors of the drills. But not as many colors as some of the bigger ones here with only 30 colors, but it should actually go quick and easy because it is rounds. I'm going to go ahead and put these in the bag, otherwise I'm afraid I'm going to lose them. Since we have several others to go here. So that is one of the product review items, so I will put the cost either up here or... yeah, I'll try to edit it into the video and also put it down at the bottom with the link. And then for the other product review item, I picked a Joy Sunday cross stitch. And I thought this was really springy there with the lemons and the beautiful white flowers there and what looks like blueberries. It's called White Flowers in a Bottle. It is 14 count, 45 by 45 centimeters. So it's a decent size, pretty thick packaging here. And if you're not familiar with Joy Sunday, they do come in these project bags with the instructions on the back for you. This looks like a newer print one. There's some older ones still floating around, but they have improved the printing on these. So let's see what we got here. We have the pattern. It's in 6 pages. And I bet, yes, indeed, we do have some back stitch. So a lot of colors on this one. It looks like full. Okay, it's all full stitch here, no half stitch. And then we have some, oh wait, yeah, there are some half stitch here. Cool. I like the ones that actually have a little more texture and dimension to them like this. So I don't mind half stitch at all. I actually prefer that for the background. So we've got 3 rows of full stitch here, 39 color, nope, 43 colors there. And then we have 4 colors of half stitch. We have French knots and look at that, 8 colors of back stitch here. So let me zoom in so you can see that. So pretty good kit here for the price with 43 colors there. And then we have both types of symbols here. We have the symbols for the chart here, up here, and then the symbols on the canvas below that, which I also like that they show you both there. So just a quick peek at the pattern here. This is a partial. I'm not going to show the whole thing, but you see where some of the back stitch comes in there with giving details to the flowers and the lemons. So let's see what we have here for floss. We have 2 floss cards here, and the typical Joy Sunday, you get 2 needles here. I'm going to go ahead and remove those because I don't like the staple getting in the way and catching on things. So here's the smaller colors here. This is number 975 through 3685, and then ecru is an off-white. That's just the DMC name for it. They never gave it a number. But it shows how many strands that you're going to use. That's what the red number is. And then the number on the key as well. So there's some of the colors, but this is where the really bright colors come in here. Here's your greens, your blues. They're very vivid on this one. Nothing really pale. Some oranges, yellows, blues, greens. Really, really nice colors. And this is the Ecology floss, which is a little bit softer, a little bit thicker, but I fold it in half and use half length strings because they do fray a little bit at the end. because this is 14 count, which is a pretty stiff Ida cloth. And so that thread just gets pulled through the holes a lot more times with 14 count than 11. And it tends to catch a little bit over time. So here we go. This isn't too big because we've got the background here that isn't stitched, which is actually pretty nice for this one because it means we have a wider border. So normally Joy Sunday only gives an inch or two border, but because this one isn't stitched around the edges, that gives us just a little bit more room there. But printing looks good. Zoom in here so you can see some of that. It looks very clear. There, enough contrast colors. I don't see anything standing out real quick that would be difficult to tell apart. Some of the more budget-friendly ones, like the Huacons, do have some of these solid colors that look very similar to each other. You have to kind of work at a little bit to tell. But since we have the printed pattern here with different symbols, if you're truly not sure about a symbol on here, you can look up that same area in here and maybe read those because those contrast as well. But Joy Sunday ones, I've usually not had a problem telling the colors apart, except for some of the earlier ones that have the back stitch printed on. But this one looks pretty clear. Actually, looking forward to doing this one. It's a little bit bigger than, say, a travel piece. Could maybe put it in a nurge hoop or something like that, or just work in hand. I usually work them in hand, but very, very nice. So that is the product review part of this. So thank you, GBFKE, for sending me those items so I can show you. And I will put this one away in a few minutes so I don't take your time on this one. One last look there at that one. And then Peacock Lady diamond painting. So what else do I have for you? Well, I picked out this diamond painting as well. And this I purchased with my own money. This is a kitty cat. It is a 40 by 50, so it should be just slightly bigger than the other one. But I thought this one would come out pretty cool because it's kind of an abstract art. Let's see what we got here. Aww, isn't that cute? Kind of a winter theme, which is good for Christmas in July because we do have a little scarf on the kitty. We have a basic tool kit, nothing to write home about there. This is a round drill, but it is bagged already in baggies, and I don't believe there's any ABs in this one. I think it's a standard kit. This was a little bit more budget friendly, but I'm curious about the size here. Let's see. Okay, so this one, the 40 by 50 is the canvas size, not the diamond painting area. So on this one, the diamond painting area is a 35 by, let's see, that says 50 by 45. So I thought it was a little bit bigger, but because this is a slightly different brand, I mean, it's still sold by GBFKE. It still has that same canvas that lays flat that's kind of plasticky. I call it shower curtain. That's just what it reminds me of. But let's peel this away a little bit so we can take a closer look. This one is good as a round because otherwise we wouldn't see the whiskers and some of the details on the cat. So the eyes look like they have plenty of drills to make them out. We even have drills here for the little eyebrows and some of the fur here in the ears. But these lines will come through showing up between the round drills. So that's why for kitties or things with whiskers or fur, it may be a little bit better to go round drill, which is what I did on this one. You can lay this down without causing too much trouble. I'll fix that later. So this one only has 24 colors. Won't be too hard to kit up. A lot of the little plastic bead sets that I buy for, I'm gonna go ahead and fix it. It's bugging me too much. We'll lay it flat correctly. But a lot of the bead storage solutions that I use for diamond painting come in sets of 24. So 24 for a quite budget friendly is not a bad number of colors. There we go. That'll help it lay a little bit flatter. So kind of cute outer space theme here with all the planets and stars and swirls. Kind of a folk art look with the way the little plants are done, but yet the scarf makes me think winter. So really cute little kitty. And I'm not sure we really need to look at the drills. Let's see, but I don't have a whole lot of diamond painting. Yeah, we're already into 20 minutes in. So just standard acrylic round drills. There, I think all of the colors, because there's only 24, you can see them all through there. Kind of a pastel look to it. So that is our kitty. Okay, next I have 12 more diamond paintings, but they all came as a set. So I didn't actually realize they were as big as they were going to be, because it was a set of travel diamond paintings and it was sold as a set. So I was surprised when I opened the package to see they're all 30 by 30s here. They probably said so on the thing, but I just saw travel and stamps and knew I had to get the set, so I just clicked on it right away. So we're going to take a look. We're going to travel around the world and look through these diamond paintings. So they're not in any order. I'm just going to grab one and see what we got. I will save the packaging for these because I can't get all these done right away. So it says 30 by 30. They actually may be 25 by 25. We roll this one real quick so we can flatten it out since these are smaller. So the first one looks like interesting because it looks like China here, but that looks like the Eiffel Tower. Maybe it's multiple locations. Well, that looks like Mount Fuji there. So does Japan have something that's kind of like the Eiffel Tower? Because that may be Japan there. But these are made with to look like postage stamps here. So they have the little edges like a stamp and a little image. Here's the image on this one, the thumbnail. And these are all rounds, and they do come in the little train baggies, but that's okay because for what I paid for these for the entire set, I was kind of expecting that. I actually thought they'd be a little bit smaller and a little bit closer to minis. So these are numbers 1 through 8 and then capital letters for the key here. 22 colors on this one. And some of this I don't think will come through. Like you see the little Chinese symbols here like you do on a stamp. That looks like Japanese there. You won't see those unless they come through around the round diamonds. So the tiny lines will not show, but there's not a whole lot of detail there in the buildings and the boats. They may come through okay, but I expected them to be pretty little. Let's see. This is 24 by 24. So yeah, these won't take too long to do, but I like the whole set. I picture putting them in a photo album and being able to flip through them. We'll take a look at the diamonds on this first one. We may not look at all of them in all of the sets here, otherwise we will be here for a really long time, but they are in the small bags here. We got a few bright colors. There, the reds and peaches for the building and the boats. And then we have some greens. But a lot of the colors are going to be the white background here, 3865, typical background, and then the blue 3766 and 3761. A little bit of dark purple and blue. So let's see if we can figure out the other cities. So this one may be Tokyo, except the Eiffel Tower shape thing does throw me off a little bit. So we'll keep going as soon as I pick these up. I don't want to lose any of them. I'll get them mixed up here. Okay, so we'll just stack them here on the side. In the toolkit, I may have shown that. Pretty standard. Okay, our next one, this looks like Britain, maybe London. Let's see. Because I see what looks like Big Ben here. Maybe. This one has 21 different colors. The numbers are still showing in kind of that Chinese script there instead of the different countries' languages. But we've got a bird, a couple of hot air balloons up here, a boat, the double-decker bus here, a neat little car. My hubby would know what kind of car that is. But that indeed looks like London. Hopefully you can see that without the glare. And the colors here of the diamonds. And I'm wondering, I should probably look, I don't see any sort of code written on these. So if you get all of them, you definitely don't want to mix the diamonds up. So I'm going to go ahead and roll them in with their diamonds to make sure that we don't lose track. Okay, what's next? Okay, we're going to Italy next. You ready to go to Italy? Let's travel across from Britain to Italy. This one looks pretty cool. Actually, no. We got a blend again here. So they're all just kind of travel. But I like this one because it has the mark here, the postmark, like it has gone through the mail. So that's kind of clever. We've got the plane here, but obviously that's Eiffel Tower again. But we have a camera and a tour bus, as well as the Leaning Tower of Pisa and some other famous building, maybe Greek building there. Not completely sure, but this one has 21 colors and same kind of diamonds here. So not all of these are individual cities. Okay, let's see what this one is. And I think you can get these individually. I don't think you have to get them as a full set, but they were really, really cheap, if I remember right. Okay, now we're really going to Italy. There we go. And this one does have a little postmark here on it. Or no, this isn't Italy. Hello, this is Greece. I bet you were laughing at me there for a minute. Now we've got the Colosseum there. But that also looks like Big Ben. So yeah, they're just a mishmash of different landmarks from different locations. Looks like a bunch of boxes down here, like travel boxes maybe, or packing boxes. So there we go. Same kind of baggies here. And we're getting there. Let's move on. I like buying things in sets like this because I don't have to hunt them down over time. When you can find a good deal on a bulk purchase of a full set, it just makes life easier. Okay, here we've got another mishmash. And this one looks a little bit smaller here because we see the outlines of the stamp here, and then the background is just white here. So the artwork must have come from different sources. But we've got the Statue of Liberty and the Capitol building for the US. And then that looks like a phone booth from Britain, as well as Big Ben. And then, of course, the Eiffel Tower. So I have a feeling we're going to see the Eiffel Tower in a lot of these. And this is 23 colors. And there are the diamonds. So I kind of sense that the Eiffel Tower is a very iconic symbol for people around the world. And maybe that's why they all seem to show it. Where are we traveling to next? Not completely sure. I know we've seen this building in a few places, or in a few of these, but let me know if you know where that is. It's a very beautiful architecture, beautiful building, but this one is quite large here with the dome on the top, and we have water and a bridge on this one. Hopefully you can see that without too much glare. And then we do have the postmark on this one. I bet you can see it better if I do this. Here. Pretty cool little travel set. Could even, because there's 12 of them, you could switch them out each month. Ooh, I was afraid of that. It folded over when I went to lay it down. You fix that now or I will be unhappy later on. Stretch that across. There we go. We got it that time. So this plastic has a right side and a wrong side, and if you get the wrong side stuck to the diamond painting, it is very difficult to pull off. Not impossible, but very difficult. So this one has a little bit more blue tint to the stamp part rather than white, as you can see by that baby blue color in there. But yeah, you could like set up a little frame area and switch them out every month and do that all year. Okay, let's keep going around the world here. Let me get the rest where I can reach them. Okay. Let's see what's next. Is that London Bridge? There's some sort of famous bridge that I should know, but I have not been to Europe. I've seen various photos, but that one's pretty. I do like that one. And I think most of it will come out. Some of these little details here may not. There's kind of a city skyline in the back here. A couple of these little details in the water may not. And the birds may be hard to see, but they're pretty insignificant to the image here. Same kind of colors. Okay, my throat was getting dry. Had to get a drink real quick. Next up, let's see what we have here. Oh, that one's pretty. Again, it looks like we got Big Ben here and some Greek buildings, maybe, airplanes. But what I like about this one is the sunrise look to it. So it's almost got like a morning fog look to it. A little bit weathery there. We do have the postmark here. And it looks like there are some drills there that cover the postmark. So I was curious if these were going to show up or not. But it does look like there are some dark colored symbols through there. So 21 colors. And we have slightly different. That looks more like a English or Roman alphabet, I should say. 1 SU, maybe. But that one's kind of cute. And the stamp part is just a little bit bigger on this one. It goes all the way to the edge. So, pretty colors there. Kind of pastel-y because of the sunrise foggy look to it. Okay, 4 left. We can do this. This one has a big old plane on it. We'll do this one next. Maybe. There. The edge eludes me. Okay, we got it. Every once in a while, you get one of these. It's hard to find the edge. Okay, kind of the same theme here. This one is a mixed bag, but it's kind of cool because I see a coin on here and a hot air balloon. I just love the style of all these. That's why I had to grab the whole set. But we got a big old camera there, tour bus, Big Ben, like the plane. That looks like a Japanese symbol there. And then suitcases and some sort of vehicle there. But I like the coin in the back there. So, same kind of drills. Next one. Try to speed it up a little bit here. I know I haven't done very many longer videos in a while, so it's about time anyway. Okay, this looks like Venice, maybe, because I see the little boat here, the canal boat. But I don't know much about Venice. Yeah, that looks like Venice, I would guess. We got some more birds and planes and mountains. But definitely got the gondolas there. So very pretty. And this time we have 822 and 712. Looks like for the background. A little bit more off-white with the blue. But I guess I do see a lot of off-white there with the walkway here and then the mountains. Okay, 2 left. This one, I see a lot of blue. We'll take a look. Or not. This is another one. Oh, my pupper is talking to somebody outside. Probably a neighbor. Okay, we got it. Yep, there's more Eiffel Tower and Big Ben. And we got Statue of Liberty, plane, balloons, the sunshine, the travel buses, and a bridge, and what looks like some sort of Asian style Chinese, Japanese building. And a globe on there. 21 colors. A little bit more blue on that one. And the diamonds. And our last one. A little bit darker colors on this one. I should try to do one of these once a month. I need to start showing my monthly progress at the end of the month. Do a video like that. Because I'm actually getting close to a finish on one of my older big projects. Okay, this one says Postjust on it there. We've got a lot of the travel-y things, including some postage stamps down there. That's kind of cute. I recognize actually that stamp right there. I have a copy of that one. And this one looks more postal-y. That's kind of cool. Hot air balloons definitely seems to be a theme, and cameras and luggage through these. I like that one though. 22 colors. And there's the diamonds. So that is the set of 12. I'd flatten them out and show them all to you again as a review. But I'm afraid I'll get the diamonds mixed up because I've been rolling them back up with their diamonds. So I will just move them over here because we got one more little section to go here and then we'll be done. So again, this is GBFKE and check their sales. It seems like there have been some really good sales since Amazon Prime Day out there from all the budget-friendly companies. Let me move some of this out of the way. Okay, finally we have a set of cross stitches. And this shouldn't take too long. That's my product. Yep, there we go. Because they are all, again, the same theme. But this theme is going to be fruit houses. These are all little ones, but I thought they were so cute and so portable. So these are all huts, and I think I'll just quickly flip through them and then we'll open just one or two because I suspect they're all going to look about the same. But I'll go ahead and open a couple so you can see the size and the printing on them. These are all 14 count. They are 22 by 22 centimeters. So we've got the watermelon. We have the blueberry. Thought this one was cool. Pineapple. Raspberry, carrot. Everybody needs a carrot house to live in. And then finally it says Tachibana. That's either a peach, maybe. It looks like a peach, or I was gonna say orange, but this makes me think peach, but it could be an orange. So there are two more to the set, but they weren't fruit, so I did not get them. There were a couple other houses, but they didn't have fruit, so, or veggies. But we'll just take a quick look inside. These are again Joy Sunday, and they're a little bit bigger than I thought. I mean, it's hard to picture. Maybe they're all different sizes, because that's definitely not a square here. Now this one says 26 by 21, so this one is a little bit different size. They're not all the same size. So here's the printing on it. It looks very clear. No backstitch printing on it, which is nice. It's the newer stuff, but look at all those colors listed on there. So, I don't know. Maybe an orange, because those are awfully dark colors for an orange, but I think they'll all come together. So we have 2 floss cards because it has 34 colors. That's quite a bit for a little one here. Just a quick look at how the chart is printed. Very large, very clear. A lot of backstitch here. So we have, let me put my cheaters on so I can see, and I see it's upside down. So we have full stitch, French knot, and backstitch on this one. Which, if you don't like French knots, you can use beads instead. But I like French knots. So we'll open a couple more. So this one, the size was 26 by 21. This one is 22 by 26. Let's look at this one. This is one of the square ones, 22 by 22. Kind of like the raspberry hut here. So there we've got our pattern. This one also has a lot of colors. This is a little bit closer to the size I was expecting, but I actually thought they'd be even smaller. But looks very clear. Very easy to see. This won't take too long. I keep saying that, but I have so many projects that it'll take me too long. But it looks like 44 colors in this one. Wow. That's quite a few. Very, very pretty. Pinks and raspberry colors, which makes sense when you're stitching a raspberry house. Look at a little more detail there. So this one probably has a lot of French knots, all these white dots through there. I would definitely turn those into beads on this one to make them look more like a snow effect, which I think is what they're going for, because it looks like it's sitting on a piece of ice there. Let's see, half stitch. We do have a few half stitch, and definitely, yes, color J there. Those little dots are French knots, but we do also have a couple colors of half stitch there, which I'm guessing is usually the backgrounds. Let's see if we can see it. Yes. So this little kind of subtle background here around the berry house, those are half stitches there and there, but all the rest are full stitch. Maybe one more. I'm curious. I'll look at the carrot house. Let's look at the carrot house, because that one had the label over it. So that one is one of the bigger ones here. This one has 43 colors. Lots of green, lots of orange. Very, very bright oranges there. hopefully those come through on camera pretty good. And it has that winter look as well, like the rest of them do. So lots of white dots there. Only this one has flowers, which is kind of interesting. So flowers in the winter. And we have lots of colors. So we have full stitch, half stitch, French knots, and back stitch. And again, the half stitch should be just around the edges here. Yeah, I see some there. It just makes it go a little bit faster, so I don't mind those at all. And there's some back there within those trees. So that one's kind of cute. And I'm keeping these stacked in order so I can go back afterwards and clean them up. Blueberry. Let's see what size and colors we've got for the blueberry. Again, these have a lot more colors than I expected. 35, because these are really, really affordable. So there's the colors. And there's our blueberry house. And I bet we have a few. We'll just look at the outside here. So the white dots, some of them are stitched, a few of them are circles there, which indicate that they are indeed French knots, and the half stitches are just around the edges there. This looks like some sort of, oh, those are just baby blueberries. I thought that looks like ears, but that's pretty cute. Yeah, we've only got 2 left. Watermelon. I want to see how the watermelon seeds come out on this one. So again, 42 colors. Look at those pretty colors. This one is more square. This one has a lot of blank space on it, so it won't take too long. So, hard to really see the seeds coming through on that one. Like the picture shows here. I'm guessing these dark red colors, maybe? Okay, I see them there. Okay, they're not the dark red. I mean, the dark red, they're maybe part of the seeds, but they're these little stripe blue diagonals through there. And then Pineapple House for any SpongeBob SquarePants fans. It's just not under the sea. So again, the bright colors, 42 different colors here. This would be good to practice color completion, where you start and end one color completely before moving on to the next, since they are so small. Here's Pineapple Hut. And same sort of deal here. They all kind of have that winter look. This one's got a lantern on it and crystals behind it. And I'm not seeing, yeah, there's a few half stitches there around the lantern to show that it has some light coming off of it. But that's it for half stitches on that. So that's what I have from GBFKE for you. Go check out what they have. I've seen a lot of new stuff finally coming in from Joy Sunday. Spring brand hasn't really had very many new ones, but they do also have some of the newer, more expensive cross-stitch kits from Shall Buy and all those. And there are different sizes, so you don't have to only buy the giant ones. And Mona Lisa has been coming out with some new and different looking kits. A little bit different than their old style. I usually associate them with the large, long and not very wide florals and butterflies and peacocks, kind of the Chinese tapestries or scrolls, it looks like. But they've been adding a lot more newer stuff and smaller kits, a ton of little Christmas kits and things like that. So I want to give those a try, but I'm kind of waiting to catch up here. Maybe next month I'll purchase a few of those smaller Mona Lisa kits and check those out. But this is GBFKE. If I have any discount codes, which I think I do, I will put them below. I will put the links to the product reviews here, and I think I can put the links to the others because they were sets. Although these houses I picked out individually, but I think they have a link to the full set to choose from, but we've got our kitty, and then we've got our beautiful floral Joy Sunday here, and then the one that I want to work on right away to see how it's going to come out is our Peacock Lady. So stay tuned. Hopefully in the next few days to a week, I'll have this one done with a couple other things, and we'll do kind of a where are we this month type chat and show progress type deal for diamond painting. So thank you for watching. Thank you, GBFKE, and check them out. Good sales usually and good prices, but just be prepared that on the US side of things, these packages are taking a little bit longer. So it may be a few weeks to a month instead of the usual 2 weeks before you see them. So Christmas in July, time to stock up on your crafts that you want to give to family and friends for Christmas and get them done. So I'll catch up with y'all later. Thanks for watching and thanks for supporting my channel, and like, subscribe, all that good stuff to see more diamond painting content. And what's up next? I'm going to do it later tonight and post it tomorrow. I've got some Diamond Art Club to share with you. So stay tuned for that.